Hey guys, what is going on? Here we go. So, I haven't seen any videos on the setsuna out there on YouTube yet, so I wanted to make one. So I'll be basically the first one to actually show this off. So, I've been messaging Ryworx about the roll, and he said that I'd have to buy setsuna. When I first saw the setsuna, I didn't really think much of it, except that it was a bit pricey because the original price was $280. But the price actually dropped and I bought this for $230. So I went from $280, $250 to $230, and I'm pretty sure the highest point was $280 only because you'd have to buy from Japan. And I got this from a United States distributor, which he actually works with Ry for him. So, the Ryworx, it has this nice futuristic looking Bowie blade with this back part, or the spine, how it divots into the actual spine and it comes back up. And it's a separate grind from this part up here. So it's not crowned, but doing chaplains is alright. It's almost as light as a squiddy, and actually the size is very similar and close. So I'm actually surprised that the Ryworx setsuna was only $230, because for something that has titanium, especially if it's anodized and it's G10, I thought it'd be going around the price of a BRS replicant, because BRS replicants, they go for about $290 after like all the tax and stuff. This was just $230 flat. I paid through PayPal. It was a Google form that I submitted that I wanted one through, and then I messaged the guy, and we had a conversation about different specs. So I know that this blade is 440cc, and it runs on bearings, if no one knew already. But if you clicked on this, you either were bored or you actually wanted to see the setsuna. So of course it's latchless, which is amazing, and it looks super nice. A lot of people complained about the setsuna, or not the setsuna, just his anodizations in general, that they were kind of sloppy, but this seems pretty solid. And the Ryworx setsuna, it does look like a smooth white G10, but it's actually very detailed on the actual handles. So if I can get it to focus, there are little raised areas or bumps everywhere on the handle that's included in the G10. It's hard to notice, but it's there. Let's see. Okay, yeah, any darkened spots on there, like light darkened spots, those are the raised areas for grippage. And then you can also see that it divots down, or these milled out titanium parts. This also helps with weight, because without it, the knife would be a bit heavy at the end. So some of the pros about it is that you can like screw the screws down and it'll have zero play. Like that is just from an opening, but there is zero play whatsoever, and it's very nice for that. And as you can see, it does run on Zen pins, and the Zen pins are actually hidden, so there's no screws for them. They are press fitted in. So the knife actually doesn't come Loctited, which I told the guy, or I asked the guy, and he said yeah, they don't come Loctited. So I had to Loctite them, and before I Loctited them, I forgot all about it, and I was just flipping away, and I actually scraped up the inner liners, so it'll be hard to see, but it is the edge is kind of lightened or scraped up from that. But this knife is capable of doing almost any trick, and it'll be like buttery smooth. It sounds very nice, and I'm sure after I apply oil to it, after I'm done waiting the 24-hour waiting period, it will sound amazing. So for a brand new knife, it takes Loctite pretty well. Unfortunately, my bare bones is going through a crap stage where every time I try to tune it, the safe handle just gets very, very like tight and stiff, and it won't flip. Also for this, you don't want to tighten it down because it doesn't run on bushings, it just runs on bearings. So if you do tighten the screws all the way down, you'll feel it getting very grimy because it is bearings. So the small steel balls will press against whatever whatever it's hitting. I think there's a washer in there. I'm not sure because I'm not going to disassemble this, but you will feel it getting kind of scrapey. So it sounds very nice, and honestly it sounds way better in person. The color that I chose, I mean, it wasn't really optional because they only had the white scales, but you could buy aluminum separately on the forum. Anyway, so let's take a second to admire this little Ryworx logo. And it's on both sides. There's no model number, so you get what you get, and it's kind of just all the same. So also in the Loctiting process, I scraped up the inners of that screw, or on both of them. So I asked the guy for replacement. So I'll probably be buying those pretty soon because he has a bunch of spare. So just send them over for like $5. So like this thing is trippy because when you flip it, it sounds like there's so much tap and everything, but there's literally none, and it blows me away because all my other knives, they do have a bit of tap. Like the Squiddy has probably the most tap out of like my good knives. My bad knives, the tap can get very much worse. The Kratos has small bits of tap, and the bare bones, it will have massive tap if you don't like tune it every 2 days or so. Anyway, so if you are looking for like more specs on this, I don't really know what much to say. I don't have anything that will show me or show you guys the length of it or the width of the blade or anything. I just know the blade steel, what it runs on, like the materials. But if you're looking for the length, you can go check out my Squiddy review. It's somewhere on my channel, but this is basically the same length from butt to the tip. The setsuna may be just a tad, but it looks pretty much the same. So I was gonna get a black one, but I decided to get a white one only because it reminds me of a Gundam, and that's a Japanese styled robot, and the colors just look so nice in person. They're very crisp, and I wish you could see the detail because in person it definitely stands out and you can definitely see it. So I didn't decide to set up my tripod, so I'm just working with one hand. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually show you guys the roll, but the roll is very nice, feels very nice, doesn't feel too cheap, and it fits 3 valleys, and there's just inside area over here, so I don't know, you could put like money, whatever you want to store. So I'll probably put like trainers in here, nothing too heavy because again, I don't want to carry around a heavy ass roll. So yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know what the thumbnail's gonna look like. I honestly don't care, but I really do hope you enjoyed this because there isn't like any setsuna videos out there that I know of. So very nice, very light. I'd say a tad bit handle bias only because the latchless spacers. Otherwise, it's a very good knife, and like you could see that as just one beautiful chunk of metal inside that's anodized. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want. Comment down below suggesting ideas. I don't give a shit. Anyway, bye.